Hey, just a update here. Been a pretty tough week. Mostly constipated. Very little appetite. A lot more vomiting. Big concern about being constipated is that I have to go to surgery before they want to go to surgery. And the medicine that prevents the vomiting can lead to constipation. So I'm finding that if I let the vomiting happen, it's a little easier to, let things release out the bottom end, even if it's diarrhea. A lot of dry mouth. I can't really have anything cold at all. Can't really have anything that's acid. Somebody made me some chicken soup broth, So I'm able to eat that, and that's probably good for electrolytes and certainly kind of nice for the heart, or I guess they say it's good for the soul. So that's been good. I had to give away some of the food that was donated because I just can't eat it. So sorry and thank you. I mean, it's nice to have the donations and the thoughtfulness, but I don't want to waste stuff either. So I just somehow got my next chemo rescheduled for this coming Wednesday, which is maybe the 17th or 19th, something like that. They had it scheduled for Monday, so that's thrown an awful lot off. So I was planning how I'd cancel all my classes, and speaking of which, I canceled all my classes yesterday, which is Friday morning. A lot of classes. That was the first time I've done that. So I appreciate all the flexibility. I was thinking yesterday or the day before, I think every single one of my students has made a special point to say that they completely understand if I cancel a class, even at the last moment, or even if I forget to cancel and they showed up and I'm not there, they'd understand and they'd practice and I'd be fine and they wouldn't be complaining. I think every single student has said something to that effect, which is really, really nice. So Friday was the first time I had to cancel. Basically just spending, if I have a class at 11 a.m., I'll be up at 4:30 or 5, and then I'll basically just spend 5 hours trying to get myself ready to do that class. And usually after a class at 11, I have a couple more classes kind of strung together. But I'm really just spending all my time just getting myself to the point that I can teach, even if I'm sitting when I teach and low energy. Pretty much haven't eaten anything in 4 days, maybe 5. Somebody, I don't know who, did bring some chicken cutlet. And I did eat that. So 3 or 4 days ago, something. That was just kind of plain enough and warm, and so I did eat that. That was nice. Yesterday, I made a little sugar-free Jell-O. And I'm trying to avoid acid. I'm trying to avoid sugar. I'm trying to avoid cold. Like this morning, I just wanted a glass of orange juice, Too much sugar and too much cold, too much acid. And it's but I did eat a little bit of the Jell-O, just kind of here, literally laying in bed, sadly scooping it up and having a couple bites. And it was soothing. It went down and kind of let it warm in my mouth before I swallowed it, so it didn't hurt. I have this hyperpigmentation, so it kind of feels like much of my upper body is really sunburned, which it's not, but it feels that way, so it kind of hurts, kind of, to be touched or, you know. And basically, the last few days with the constipation, I guess, I don't know if anybody's sure what's going on, but the suggestion is just like there's gas and the buildup, so there's this pressure, and it comes with these waves, pretty brief but pretty powerful, kind of double me over, kind of, if I'm standing, of I guess I'll call it a cramp or just a lot of pressure in my very kind of lower GI, kind of, and it's usually followed by a lot of noisy, sort of gurgly noises in the gut, like loud. It's weird. So I just try and breathe through it a certain way. But whatever I'm doing, I just stop, like, oh, here it comes. Anyway, we're trying to set up a big waste container out front that somebody's offered to donate the use of, and hopefully we'll get people here to start emptying the house of stuff, taking what they want, selling what they want. Maybe somebody will come and do a tag sale with some of the stuff when the weather's different, I don't know. Or just get rid of it, so when it's time to move, hopefully all we're moving is a very zen, you know, very limited bunch of stuff. Hopefully somebody will come and take a bunch of books out of the library and bring them to the book barn for whatever their deal is, for money or something. That'll hopefully empty a lot of that out. Okay. Anyway, just a little update. Thank you, Bob. Very good. I appreciate all the support. I appreciate all the check-ins. Very, very hard for me to get back to everybody, which I foresaw, but my foreseeing it didn't seem to arrest it too much. I still have people that, you know, they seem to expect to answer because it's them. But, you know, there's hundreds of people like that. I can't just get back to everybody. So that's your work to do. If it's annoying or frustrating or insulting or whatever, if you really know me, I think you'll know that's not my intent, and I'm focusing on how to die well and how to go through these stages of treatment as well as I can, be a good student of it, report everything, and do what I'm supposed to do, and maintain my commitments to teaching, which, by the way, even though it could be a very long day and I finally make it to where I can teach, even if I'm seated and low energy, it's very fulfilling for me, and it's got to be healing. I'm far happier to kind of maybe a bit of suffer through the teaching, if that's the right word, or at least struggle through the teaching, let's say for an hour. Far more delighted to do that than to just be here kind of grumpy with waves of cramping that take me out. So thank you for coming to class and helping me to be who I think I'm best at. Love from Bob and I.